Thank you very much, Peter and Lishan. Hello and welcome to the final control. Suddenly I'm feeling almost uncharacteristically nervous looking at the camera. As you saw, I forgot to turn the sound up, so there might be one or two little niggles as I'll sort of be pushing buttons, doing a few things myself here. Otherwise you might not suddenly hear me. We are going to be talking about photography tonight. I'm saying a lot. I haven't done that in about a year. I was saying to Lishan earlier that I'm a little bit, in a nice way, nervous about this because it's a bit of a new angle on things, a new way of talking and sharing. Then I'm saying it again. Basically, photography, as you saw at the beginning there, means painting with light. The first time I realized the meaning or the translation of the word photography, it was quite a beautiful realization for me. I've been interested in photography since I was, I want to say a young boy, but maybe a teenager. I had a little book and druk, as we called it, a little aim and shoot with film, and then later on as I went into wildlife, I shot a lot of film, and that grew a little bit into other cameras, and it's always been a great source of joy for me and pleasure, and over time also the ability obviously to capture moments is a very important and powerful thing for all of us, and certainly something that I've enjoyed as well. One of the other things I've learned in photography and enjoyed about photography, especially over the last couple of years, especially with Wild Earth and with all of you joining us, is the sharing of it. Sharing images, sharing moments. I think even more powerful than the images is those moments that you can capture in a certain way, hopefully in a way that can share an emotion, a feeling, maybe even tell a story. So it has been something I've really enjoyed, and certainly the sharing aspect of it, the fact that many of you enjoy the images that I've captured, has been a source of great pleasure for me. So to maybe move a step along with that is we'll have a few talks every now and again about photography, about some technical aspects of it, some, all the different things, the physical technical things, cameras and lenses and the benefits and pros and cons, the composition, lighting, movement, all those kind of aspects of it. And earlier today when we decided to have this talk tonight, I was thinking of all these different things that we could talk about, and then I thought, you know what, apart from the fact that it's going to be a bit of not rushed, but a bit of a last minute put together thing for me tonight. I've been working on images and putting some things together up until not so long before this. Tonight I'm just going to talk about photography. I'm just going to talk about the idea of this, where we're going to go with this, hopefully, what we could do with it, and in doing so, we'll show you a few pictures, obviously, which I'm going to get to just now, so you don't have to listen to me rambling on. And I'm not going to be very technical tonight. I'm not going to talk about f-stops and specific compositions and, why do you have the rules of third sometimes, or, why do you do certain things. I'm just going to talk about photography for me personally, what it's meant to me, and I'm going to, for tonight, but also for other talks in future, try and always have a sort of a story and then talk about the photography around it, rather than having a photographic lecture, just personally because I'm not a lecturer, I'm not a teacher, and certainly my style of photography is something that I've developed over time. So it's not really I'm not coming from a photographic school background or from a specific school of thought with photography. It's been very much a personal growth for me. So I'm rather going to share that journey with you and just talk about moments that we've shared on Drive. We're going to specifically talk about the experience we had yesterday afternoon. It was an absolutely amazing afternoon, and the ability to take photographs of it and to be there with not only a live camera and friends from around the world, but also the stills camera is something I'm very happy about, and we're going to talk about that. So we'll look at some of the images from that and talk about maybe a little bit about composition, a little bit about this and that, but just in essence what I was trying to capture. As I said, in the end for me, the major thing with photography is the ability to capture those moments. You can literally take a moment in time, freeze it in reality you can freeze the light of that. In other words, you can take the light from that moment and you can freeze it in the old days onto film, and these days onto a sensor, and essentially the same thing, but you are painting an image with the light that you see, and over time with a little bit of experience and interest and whatever aspect that you bring to any art form, you can do so to give certain emotion and feeling from that, and in doing so you try and share what you felt and what you experienced in that time. I was thinking of playing you a bit of the archive from yesterday, but in the end decided to just sort of make up something different from that. And what I've decided to do and we'll have a look at it just now, is I took all the stills images I took of the afternoon yesterday. In other words, from when we got to spend some time with that elephant and the calf, when the elephant calf came and joined us, the female later joined us as well, the intimacy and the moments that those two shared, and then of course the great surprise with Karula and the cubs arriving and the subsequent scenes from that. So I've just taken all the pictures I took. I didn't do much with them. I didn't, because it's quite a lot of images. I just stitched them together into like a timeline, if you want, and put some music with it. And the first is going to be almost like a unedited rough cut, if you were to put it in film terms. In other words, all the shots I took. And I'm just going to play it for you, and it'll give you a bit of an overview of what it looked like from the stills camera point of view. And then after that, we will look at some of the specific images. I will compare a couple of images, say, why, do you like this one better or that one, or why I did this rather than that, and so on. But let me just play you that for now. I hope you can enjoy it. It's going to be a few minutes. It's I forgot exactly how long it is, but it's quite a few minutes. Enjoy it. It's a stills reminder of the amazing stuff we shared yesterday. If you didn't join us yesterday for the afternoon drive, we had a spectacular afternoon with the elephant and calf and Karula and the cubs. So enjoy it, and we'll talk about some of those moments after this.